How we perceive the world depends on our mindset, our past experiences, and current emotions, as well as how information is presented to us. The world is incredibly complex, and we are always bombarded by more information than we can possibly handle. And therefore, we are forced to use shortcuts and selective perception. We must focus on some pieces of information while ignoring others. Our perception of the world is therefore imperfect, which means that we have to be careful. How we and others frame problems and proposals will influence how we perceive them, how we make sense of them, and how we react to them. This implies that during a negotiation, we should be careful to reflect on and control our response to the other party's statements and arguments. Also, we should carefully think about and plan how we present ourselves, our problems, and our proposals to the other party. That is, we need to be aware of how the negotiation is being framed. And there are many different frames. In general, negotiations tend to be either competitive, distributive, or cooperative, integrative. But these different approaches might actually be the result of the frames that the negotiation parties bring to the table. For example, if you come to a dispute with a focus on the outcome, that is, a predisposition and focus on a specific result that you want to achieve, this will lead you to select strategies, tactics, and communications aimed at achieving that outcome. This in turn leads you to focus on your own self-interest with little concern for the other party. That is, you will engage in a distributed win-lose negotiation. In contrast, if you approach a dispute with a frame of aspiration, a predisposition towards satisfying broader sets of interests and needs in a negotiation, then you will be tending to engaging in a more cooperative, integrated, win-win negotiation. Another common approach to framing disputes is in terms of either interests, rights, or power. Not surprisingly, a party that focuses on interest will tend to be more integrative and find ways to resolve the dispute in a way that yields both a good substantive outcome and a good future relationship. While a party who focuses on power is much more likely to be competitive, and the disputes are thus more likely to end with a winner and a loser, and is likely to harm the future relationship. Clearly, we can approach a negotiation with many different types of frames, and how we frame the negotiation will have a big impact on both the negotiation process and the negotiation outcome. In short, the frame has a big effect. So it is important that you think carefully how you define what the negotiation is all about and how you communicate with the other party. That is, you need to think carefully about how you frame the negotiation. As you do so, please consider the following issues. You can use more than one frame. That is, you have a choice in how you frame an issue and your proposals. How the negotiation is framed will significantly affect how the negotiation proceeds. Particular types of frames may lead to a particular type of agreement. And one important source of conflict is when two parties use different frames when communicating with each other. Let me just end with two common questions. Is framing a form of deception? No, framing is not deception. Framing is a form of perception control and should be used to control how the other party responds to the information that you provide. Can framing help you or hurt you in a negotiation? Yes. Framing is very important in negotiations because disputes and conflicts are generally open to misinterpretations resulting from a difference in the people that negotiate. So whether you get a good deal or simply get the deal depends importantly on how the issues are framed.